Why do people in the U.S. move so often? Welcome to English with Billy, the podcast that helps you understand the world and people while practicing English. I'm your host, Billy, and today we're looking at a topic that may surprise you: why Americans move so often. Imagine this. You meet someone who says they've lived in 5 different states over the past 10 years. They might have moved for work, to be closer to family, or just because they wanted a change of scenery. Moving from one city or state to another is quite common in the United States. And today, we'll explore why. In this episode, we'll talk about the history of American mobility, the reasons people move, and the impact this has on society and families. Along the way, I'll explain a few new words to help your English improve. To understand why Americans move so much, we have to go back in history. The United States was founded by people who left their countries to start new lives. In the 1800s, many settlers moved west to explore new land, chasing opportunities to farm, mine for gold, or build communities. This pioneer spirit is still part of American culture today. The word pioneer refers to someone who is one of the first to explore or settle in a new area. Americans have long believed in the idea of going somewhere new to create a better life. This belief in opportunity is one reason why people are willing to pack up and move. Even today, Americans have a sense of adventure and are willing to move for a chance at something better. But there are also more practical reasons for moving. Let's take a look at those. One of the main reasons people move is for work. In the U.S., job opportunities are not always evenly spread out. For example, if you work in the technology industry, you might want to move to places like Silicon Valley in California or Austin, Texas. If you are in finance, New York City is a popular choice. People often move to find better jobs or higher salaries. This is especially true for young professionals who want to advance their careers. Some people even have to move because their company requires them to relocate. Here's a word you might not know: relocation. Relocation is the act of moving to a new place for a job or other reasons. Companies sometimes pay for employees' relocation expenses, like the cost of moving their belongings. Another important reason that people move is unemployment. When a factory closes or a company lays off workers, people may have to move to find a new job. This can be stressful, but it's a reality for many Americans. Education is another reason Americans move. Many students leave their hometowns to go to college in another city or state. After college, some people stay in the city where they studied because they find a job there. Others move back home or to a different city for work, or to be near family. Speaking of family, it's common for people to move to be closer to relatives. As parents get older, their adult children may move to take care of them. Or, if someone has a baby, they might want to live near grandparents who can help with childcare. In some cases, people move because they get married. Imagine falling in love with someone who lives across the country. One of you might have to move so you can be together. Life changes, like these, are a big part of why Americans move often. Another reason people move is to improve their quality of life. This might mean moving to a city with better weather, a lower cost of living, or more access to nature. For example, some people leave cold, snowy places in the north to live in sunny states like Florida or Arizona. During the COVID-19 pandemic, many people realized they could work from home. This allowed them to move to more affordable or beautiful places. Imagine living in a big, expensive city like San Francisco. If your job allows you to work remotely, you might move to a quieter, cheaper place where you can buy a bigger house or be closer to the mountains or ocean. Let's learn the word affordable. Affordable means something is not too expensive and that you can pay for it. People move to more affordable places to save money and live a more comfortable life. So, what does all this moving mean for American society? There are both positive and negative effects. On the positive side, moving helps people find new opportunities and grow. It can make life more exciting and lead to new friendships and experiences. However, moving often can also be stressful. It can be hard for children who have to leave their schools and make new friends. Moving can also make people feel less connected to their communities. If you've lived in the same place your whole life, you probably know your neighbors well. But if you move every few years, it's harder to build strong relationships. Some people worry that this culture of moving a lot makes communities less stable. Others argue that it's just part of American life and that people are used to adapting to change. So, why do Americans move so often? It's a mix of tradition, job opportunities, family needs, and the desire for a better life. Moving is a big part of American culture, and it shapes the way people live and connect with each other. Thank you for joining me on today's journey. I'm Billy, and this is English with Billy. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and come back next time. We'll keep exploring the ideas that make our world and the people in it so fascinating. Until then, stay curious.